If there isn't leadership within the community, then I would say that it's not going to be sustainable long term. Internal leadership within the community is really the key to sort of a lasting change within the community.
What we need to do in the beginning is understand, what do people who live in the neighborhood, what is it that they care deeply about? Typically, when you want to see long-term action take root, you start there. You have a pretty good chance of tapping into what people are willing to invest their time and energy into. The quality of life framework is how we go about doing neighborhood revitalization at Habitat for Humanity. A set of outcomes that are social, economic, physical. The quality of life framework starts at the very top, which is the ultimate outcome, and that's to see an improved quality of life for neighborhood residents.
At the center of the quality of life framework is the gifts, dreams, and concerns of residents. And we believe that when we can get that, we can get residents to discover those things that are already there. That is the DNA where all good things come from.
After the gift, dreams, and concerns of the residents, you move into a sense of community.
We need to have a sense of belonging, a sense of connection, and a sense of caring for one another.
People are getting to know one another, building trust, and interacting with each other where they feel a sense of support and belonging to the neighborhood. After a sense of community comes social cohesion. And social cohesion builds on a sense of community, but goes deeper.
Because I have connection, because I belong, now that is what fuels our ability to say, you know what? I'm going to work together with my neighbor to make some plans, to go to some meetings together, to listen to each other, to build those assets, to see some things take place in my neighborhood.
After social cohesion comes collective action. And collective action is about harnessing the organization and common values that are created in social cohesion to drive it towards action and advocacy efforts that help create change and lasting impact.
We have to put money, time, resources, and energy into seeing these foundational elements come to life. That really is the core of what makes our quality of life framework really stand out in terms of its emphasis. Because without them, our experience has shown that things do fall apart. They're not sustainable and they won't last.
So the foundational outcomes are what we call social level outcomes. There's also physical level outcomes, there's environmental, and there's economic.
We've identified 7 sectors as being the 7 areas essential for a specific neighborhood to have a quality of life.
The transportation sector is about accessible transportation that's safe and affordable for all neighborhood residents. The next sector is safety, which is essentially about feeling comfortable in your own neighborhood. And that they know that there's people in the neighborhood that will look out for them. The housing sector is about safe, decent, and affordable housing that's stable for people of all stages of life.
The next sector is health. How can I access healthcare? How can I have access to healthy foods? The health sector focuses on the well-being of individuals and families in a community.
The education sector is about children and adults having access to quality education and succeeding in lifelong learning goals.
The next sector is economic opportunities. That's about residents having access to livable wages. That includes thriving businesses.
The amenities sector is about residents having access to things that they need to live their life every day. So access to food, as well as access to places to gather, things like parks. So that framework provides not only the understanding and direction, but something to rally around and work towards something bigger than what any one of them can do on their own.
Recently, we had a woman receive a home repair from us. She chose to become engaged with some groups in the neighborhood, started going regularly to meetings of the Cully Housing Action Team, and just really felt more connected to her community. She even told me that she had lived in the neighborhood for about 15 years and had never really spoken to anyone. And through sort of this engagement, she, for the first time, felt connected to her community.
And that is what is exciting. That is what brings us to this job every day. This is why we do the work, because we believe that over time, over the long term, neighborhoods begin to change for the better.